Hey guys, employees sometimes give up their passion and they slowly transition into the dark side. Should you pursue the job that you love or the one that pays? Let's talk about it. In our life, we often hear advice such as, follow your passion, or if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. But is it true? There is something definitely commendable about following your passion. It makes us feel good, and sometimes it can even make those around us feel good. But here's some bad news. Companies and employers know this too, and sometimes employers exploit the workers' passion in order to pay them less or to give them menial tasks. It is almost like the company's culture convinces workers that they have to work a lot of extra hours for less pay in order to prove their commitment, in order to prove that they're really passionate about something. Let's take some time and look at some of these jobs in which your values might align and that people tend to be somewhat passionate about. First, we have the Red Cross, which has an amazing mission statement. Their mission is to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and the generosity of donors. Now that's a statement almost anybody can get behind. Now let's look at how much they pay their licensed practical nurses. Well, according to Indeed, they pay their LPNs $19 an hour, compared to a national average of $29 an hour. Now in this case, you have to ask yourself, is your passion for the Red Cross to the extent where you're willing to work $10 less an hour as a nurse? Well, depending on your situation, that could be a tough question. If you don't have the financial means, then you might be more likely to lean towards having more money. If you have financial means and you're not worried about making rent or keeping food in the refrigerator, then you might gravitate more towards the passion. Now, let's say you have a passion for the outdoors. Say you want to work outdoors. Well, you could be a park ranger. A park ranger seems like it would be a dream job for somebody who wants to work outdoors. Well, let's see how much they're paid. The job of a park ranger is paid on average $38,000 a year, which means it's paid $15,000 less than the national average salary. But considering that most jobs these days are indoors, you will probably never run out of a pool of applicants that are waiting in line for a chance to work outside, in a national forest, in a national park. People are willing to sacrifice the money and get paid a lower salary in order to become a park ranger and work outdoors. Okay, so let's say you're passionate about the history of this country, or maybe the political process. So you want to work on Capitol Hill, and you can probably as a congressional aide. Now, congressional aide is one of the lowest paying jobs in this country. For all the important work that they probably do, they only get paid an average of $20,000 to $50,000 a year. But as you and I can both imagine, there probably will never run out of a large group of young, hungry, fresh out of college students waiting to take that job. But there comes a certain point where a lot of people taking these jobs to follow their passion, they can become disenchanted or have a change of heart with their job. When other priorities start to rise up in your life, say you want to start a family, say you want to buy a house, say you want to invest more towards your retirement account. Well, all of these things require more money, and more money might not align with your passion. This has actually been magnified by the pandemic. Not all of these jobs were able to be done from home. Can you imagine a park ranger working from home? I'm sure in some cases that might be possible, but in others, when you're talking about trail upkeep, you can't do that from sitting on your couch. If your current job doesn't offer comprehensive benefits, a competitive salary, benefits like working from home, you can see why an individual will start to gravitate from their passion. And when they do that, when they pivot and take another job that's better paid, a lot of times this is looked at as going into the dark side. But sometimes it's the logical choice. Now personally, I worked in the Army for over 20 years, and I found myself oftentimes being drained completely of energy and burnt out. Now when I transitioned into the federal government, I felt more energetic. I had more control over my own life. What about you? Do you follow your own passions? Or are you more concerned with the salary and benefits of a job? In some cases, it almost seems like a luxury to be able to focus on your passions, especially if it's not lining up with the appropriate amount of pay. Now, there are those rare individuals that have passions that line up with high pay, but I believe that to be in the extreme minority. Let me know down below, are you interested more in your passion or more in a high salary? Well, that wraps up my video on do you get the job that pays or the job that you love? If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.